My name is Danny Ross, and I'm going to be your host for the AI Lunch and Learn. We do this 3 times a week, Tuesdays at noon Eastern, Wednesdays noon Central, and Thursday noon Pacific. That way, all of our members can jump on at a convenient time for them. Next week, Tuesday evening, we will be having our AI 1 hour session, and that one is AI in 1 hour, and you'll get emails for that as well. What's great about that session is we kind of go back to the beginning and start with what we call the create method, and we kind of walk you through just a general understanding of AI in general. So please, if you have not gone to one of our Tuesday night sessions at 7 p.m. Eastern, please feel free to jump on that as well. Now, the AI Lunch and Learns, if you miss any of them, just from a housekeeping point of view, they are generally speaking recorded. I got a couple I got to catch up on. I'm missing at least 2 days of the AI Lunch and Learns, but feel free to go ahead and jump on those. So for anybody who's brand new, don't worry if you've missed the previous ones. They're recorded, so you kind of come in and talk, kind of review them on your own speed. I'm not offended if you go back at 1.5 speed to get through them a little quicker. So first time you hit the platform, any of our platforms, whichever flavor you hit, you will see right here is a welcome video. It's a great place to start. It kind of gives you a quick overview of the entire platform. We do have a replay of that 1 hour session that I mentioned on Tuesday. And then we have individual training classes on different things, including here the create method and on some of the most popular apps in the platform. Sometimes if you start this from the mobile app, the menu system may be hidden. So all you need to do is click the little caret here on the left, and that'll open up the menu for you. Or you can search in the app for, if you're on mobile or on desktop, for any particular app that you're looking for. So for example, our hyper-realistic AI images is really popular. All you need to do is hit right there to expand on the search right there. So let's see, I'm just going to go back to the chat here. I'm also going to introduce one of our other panelists, Joel Hill. He is one of my partners. He has a white label called AI Workstation. So if Joel, you want to say hello?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks, Danny. I just want to add, and as you said, you're absolutely correct. And just for the people who joined to the AI Web Summit, I would like to say welcome to Danny Ross's Digital Express AI white label, which hosts my platform, the AI Workstation also. So I want to thank those who joined up to the AI Workstation platform, which is a customized platform under Danny Ross, but it is still has all the tools to leverage your business, your brand, and your entrepreneurial success. And so I appreciate you guys joining me on this journey, this mission to learn, leverage, launch, and earn with artificial intelligence. But I just want to say this platform that we're using is more than just a tool. As some of you may have seen during the Web Summit, we have created, Dana and I, an Incubator, which is a special series designed to support your AI journey. Now, whether you're integrating AI into your products or services, automating workflows, or scaling your business, we provide the same powerful tools, training, and AI certificate programs. We can help you customize it. We can actually certify you as a 1000X artificial intelligence specialist or trainer. We have the incubators. We have programs where we help you do it for you or do it with you solutions. And so I'm going to drop my link in to all my people that came in under the AI Web Summit to book a consultation with me so we can talk about your specific requirements and how we can introduce and integrate you into the workflow. Now, what Danny does is this training sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, we introduce you to the various tools that are contained in all of our workstations, no matter whether you choose the white label or not, but all the AI applications. He teaches you specifically how to use those. Purpose of these AI Lunch and Learns, and we'll be sending out more information on how to get you integrated into the AI Workstation ecosystem. Thank you, Danny.
Oh, no worries. If you came through either the Atlanta Expo or the Atlanta Black Chambers from this morning, please go ahead and let me know if you came in through the Tuesday talks. We'll get you all sorted on all the various links. As soon as you finish looking at your videos, getting familiar with the platform, we have the Ask Ramona app. She is one of our experts, and she focuses on business coaching, and this is available across all the platforms. We offer AI Sales Coach, which basically you can walk through just about anything like ChatGPT questions that you have about starting your business, building your business. So this is again available across all of the platforms. Feel free to come in and ask it just about any question that you may have. One of the techniques that we train on, and of course, I mentioned the create method. Please go back and take a look at that video. That is immediately available on here. So I'm going to drop an example prompt in here. And I'm going to do what we call the interview method. Some of you might have learned this over the weekend at the Las Vegas event. And I'm going to ask it to ask me questions and interview me as a brand new business, creating a brand new voice. The key about speaking with AI is you want to be specific and you want to give it enough information so that the answers you get back are very precise and cover exactly what you want. So here, I'm just going to speak to it. And so in the platform, you have a microphone here. You can just click on it and speak to the AI, or you can use an external tool. For example, I use Voice In, which is available as an extension on Chrome. Feel free to add that. But either way, within the platform, you can use the one right here. It doesn't cost anything. It's already part of your membership. And so if I click this on, please ask me the questions one at a time and wait for me to answer. So the prompt I'm giving it is a long one, but I'll also put this into a document included in the chat. You are an experienced journalist who specializes in discovering the personal and authentic voice of a personal brand. I want you to interview me to extract and articulate the core voice of my brand. So what I'm doing is I'm setting the context of who I want to speak with. In this case, you can invite anybody to the dance. So the great thing about AI is you can hire 2,000 experts to answer any question for you for $20 a month, right? So whether you're using ChatGPT or you're using the platform, we have 90 plus tools on here. One of them includes this particular one, AI Sales Coach, which will basically get you in so you can start having that conversation that I was just talking about. Let's start our interview. Can you tell me about the big idea behind your brand? What is the central message or goal you want to communicate with your audience? So you basically just need to describe what's in your head, what's your vision, what's your big idea. You want to get this across to the AI so it can start learning about your business. I want to build an AI platform called buildbiz.ai that helps entrepreneurs launch their business, either if they're starting a brand new business or if they have an existing business where they want to grow their revenue. One of the great things about AI tools is they don't judge you. They're never get tired. You can ask them the questions 24 hours a day, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it'll just, this case, right, what I'm doing right now is just training my AI about me and my business. Can you describe the personality of your brand, right? What kind of tone or style do you want to use? I can answer that question. I'm a very open and friendly personality. I love to help small businesses grow, make money. I want to democratize this AI technology for everyone, no matter the size of their organization. I want to democratize AI for all small and medium-sized businesses. I want to help them grow faster using marketing, AI for marketing, and I want everyone to be able to make unlimited funds and money. So I think you guys get the idea. I'm not going to keep going with this. The technique you can use for about 20 minutes or so on average, but you can go for hours if you want to. The more you give it, the more that it will know about you. And then from there, you can tell it to create what's called a product brief. This is the purpose of this exercise, is to get to the point where you get everything out of your head and put it on paper. You can see that I've built out quite a few for other customers, and it'll just keep going and going until you tell it to stop. That's enough for now. Go ahead and create a product brief for me that includes an overall marketing schedule, my possible target audience. So now, if anybody's been on with us before, you know I'm really doing a very short version of this interview. The purpose of it is I just want to kind of give everybody an example. The AI itself, this particular sales coach, or actually any of our experts, chatbots that are in the product family or AI GPTs, however you would like to call them, they're all trained in this process. So you'll get slightly different answers from each expert, but they'll all cover the basics of what you need to be very effective with this platform. So for example, here's a product brief for BuildBiz.ai. The tagline, AI-powered solutions to build, automate, and scale your business. Yes, I'm cheating a little bit, meaning that this AI does know about BuildBiz.ai because it's built right in here. But again, the vision, right? Why I'm doing it, your target audience, who's your primary audience, secondary audience, the key features of what you want in your product. So all of these are the important components in any business brief. And then from here, you can follow along in our training and learn what do you do next, right? And generally speaking, we have a whole process that we train on during our certification classes on how to use AI. And this is just like the very first training, aside from the create method that we use in all of our trainings. Tuesday Talks, yeah. For those of that are not getting the joke, Tuesday Talks is an Atlanta tradition, the Atlanta Black Chamber, and we have so many things flying by in the chat. It's an amazing thing. So if anybody's interested in joining that, we can share a link to that as well. All right, so this is the product brief that I just created. Now what I can do with it in the platform or anywhere that you want to, I can actually start using it to create different kinds of content. So for example, if I wanted to start building out my website content, I can use it to train up any of the content creation tools in the platform, the image creators or the video creators on my business. I can use it to create ideas for marketing. So for example, if I want to go ahead and create, we'll call this one Build Biz point version 2, right? So in the platform, we have what's called projects. And what this does is if you are doing this for multiple purposes, you can actually separate the content so that it makes more sense. So for example, if I am doing something for myself and I have a launch that I'm doing on the 21st for an event, I can put all of my content into a folder. Think of it as or a project. Same thing as if I'm going to use AI, I'm going to create this platform and use it for my customers. You can separate, like I have here, content for individual customers. So for example, if I add this project here, Build Biz version 2, I can go into that now and give it my business brief that I just created. No coding required, just text, and just give it that. I can say if I want the tone of my headlines or marketing hooks, as they're called. You can say I want them to be funny, I want them to be urgent, I want them to be fair-based, you know, if you don't do this now, kind of marketing. And then you can say, is it price-driven? You can basically fill in and tag each one of these things that you'd like to be included. But all in all, just give it a paragraph or so, and that's why we created this tool. And that's all it needs, and it'll go off and start creating right from that. So this is an example of using one of the AI tools, such as the Ask Ramona app or the AI Sales Coach, to get that first piece done. You can move it from app to app, and it's just that easy. And once you've pasted it in here, it'll be available in all of the apps that can use that particular type of information. So here are some hooks that you can use in marketing, either on your website itself, or you can use them in Facebook ads, wherever you want to. And again, they're ranked by clickability, meaning what does the AI think the reaction of the person reading these headlines will be, likability and availability. And you can just copy them and put them wherever you want. So for example, on my website, let's see if this is, let's go here. I'll just get a new one. All of the hooks for the most part that are here, for example, this is what's called a benefit stack. And I'm kind of wandering a little bit, but I just want to give you real world examples of where you can use these marketing hooks, right? So these are all ideas that the AI gave me, and I tweaked them a little bit based on my own personal preference. But the idea is you don't have to come up with all of the content for your website and your marketing by yourself. The AI will help you put these all together, get 10 times more visibility and traffic. That's a benefit, right? This is the feature, AI generated marketing. This is what we're talking about right now. The magic hooks that we just used, that tool that is that particular feature. So that's the idea of how you can use these tools to create what you're seeing there. Stop manual marketing, automate with AI for instant growth. Don't struggle with sales, automate funnels effortlessly. So these are all the tools that are built into the platform. Remember, go here to the explainer videos. It'll give you information about some of the most popular apps. Then go into the AI Lunch and Learns and look at the videos that were there. You'll see lots of videos about individual apps, so you can kind of learn about the platform. Again, the concepts are use the AI tools to do all of the heavy lifting for you, and we'll continue down this path. Now, in the business formation tool, in case you don't want to do the one question at a time methodology, we actually created an AI tool for those of you who are just starting out your business or who wants to accelerate growth within your business, because now you want to get a really well-defined marketing message. That tool is called a Big Dream Generator, and it's the same kind of a process. It's an interview, but it's a structured interview in the sense that the questions are already laid out, all the key things, right? What's your industry focus? You notice that was one of my questions that I got first. Then you can get into the target audience, defining who you want to offer your product or service to. What is your solution? What problems do you solve? What's the transformation? Meaning, if your customer uses your products and services, where do they end up? So that's all part of this as well. So there's different ways that you can use this and leverage it to learn what it is that you want to be able to do. So this is the overall product that's similar, but again, structured, and it'll get you to that business brief that allows you to feed that now to all of the other other tools that are here as well. So if you go down to the next tool here, the hyper-realistic AI images, for example, or scroll stopping, they're very similar. One is more focused on creating realistic images. And so if I click on that, you can see some examples. Let me actually change to one of my others. So you can see some of the images that it has created. So it creates really good images, looks like a photograph. So that's why they call it hyper realistic. You can use it just by simple prompts to create some pretty amazing things. So these are all the icons that I actually use to create for the platform when I did the rebranding. Here's an example of a very simple prompt. What I love about the platform is all of the AI tools are trained on sales marketing, digital marketing. So you don't have to give it a very detailed. So this is a very simple prompt. A Black woman on her knees praying, use color scheme for green and blue. Now, the reason why I specifically said, and again, this is an example of creating items that are specific in nature. So a Black woman on her knees praying. The key things that you need to kind of set up the AI for success, and then tell it the color scheme. So it is not a very complicated prompt, but it had everything that I needed, depending on how I wanted to manipulate that image. But for the simplicity's sake. And the beautiful thing about the platform, it's a no-code type of platform. And so you can just feed it the real basic information. While I was at the Atlanta Black Expo over the weekend here, I had a gentleman come up to me. He said, I have an idea for a book cover. I want an image of a teen on the side of the highway, sweaty, hot day, selling water. And I was like, hey, no problem. We put that right in there. And that's the image that we got. So how can you use AI to help you come up with prompts if you don't know what prompt you want, or you're just looking for ideas? It's real simple. Take that business brief that you just created after you trained up the AI a little bit about your business. You just take that business brief and drop it right in here and ask it to give you ideas. One of the key things that we train on is if you don't know how to do something, whether it's create an image or you don't know how to get started, ask the AI, help me do this, and it will help you create it. So here's 20 ideas for images, specifically scroll stopping images. These are great for ads because they're very emotional. An AI powered platform that helps small business and medium. It gives a description of the business, and here's the actual prompt. A small business owner smiling as they're surrounded by new client orders. You can pick whether it is straight up and down, vertical. Is it horizontal, landscape, like you would use on a website? So you can pick the shape of the image. There are lots of advanced options down here that you don't have to know anything about coding. You can just say, hey, I want vivid colors, or I don't. You can say, I want it focused in on the main character of the composition. So if you've ever used a tool like, say, Midjourney or Leonardo, it helps if you know how to prompt to use those tools, because you can give pretty good descriptions, if you will, and you can get into really scientific methods. This platform is none of that. It basically is all about getting work done quickly. So if I want a photograph, I click the photograph button. If I want digital artwork, I click that drawing, whatever. I
Oh,
just click
yeah.
the types of images. So it just created this image from that prompt that we asked it for. So what's a lot of fun about this is you can iterate on this as many times as you need to iterate. Oh, somebody is speaking. Let me see who it is. We might have to mute them. Oh yeah, I'll mute them. All right, so here we go. We have the images that it's creating from the different prompts, and you can see that it can create some pretty impressive. Scroll stopping is about emotion. It's trying to capture the attention of somebody who's just scrolling through their Facebook feed and grab their attention. So let's see, is it good with using the same character often? AI has a problem with regenerating same person. Exactly. So we have a tool in here. If you use most of the most popular AI tools on the planet, it will create a slightly different person, character, persona every time you ask it to generate. They may be similar, but they're going to be different people, all right? So the way to get specific people, there's a tool in here under custom AI apps called Precision Image Model. So a precision image model creates what's called a consistent character. And the way that you train that AI tool is you upload the image, maybe say 8 sample images of whatever it is that you're trying to use in your story or your ads or your movie or wherever you're trying to use the consistent character. You can upload that image, give it different views and angles so that it can ingest it. And then from there, once you have that first character created, you can then put that character in situations. So you can take 8 pictures of Danny, put them in there, and then you can essentially say, put Danny on a camel in a tuxedo riding across the desert, right? So that's how you create consistent images within here. So to answer your question, Authorize, you use Precision Image Model to get that done. All righty, let's see. Keep the questions coming. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. All right, let's go. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit more on the website creation today. That was kind of the scheduled task that I wanted to continue working on. So we've been working on this website and I'll bring it up here. I'm opening it in the editor, and been building it from scratch, really. So this is an example. And by the way, Annette, who is one of the consistent members on here, I'll allow you to speak, Annette, if you want to unmute at any point. And so we'll continue building out. So we actually have four website and funnel builders. The most popular and the one I recommend because it's the newest one and it's formulated in such a way that it helps any website page you build or sales funnel you build get found by the AI large language models like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot. So when you do a search for a specific thing, those AI engines give you back answers. That's the reason why most people have stopped using Google for just searching for things, because when you ask Google in the old days, it would give you links. Now, even Google at the top, they give these suggested, not some of them are ad driven, but some are still free, but they're giving you snippets of the answer. And the reason is that's what people want. We don't want to go look for links. We want answers. And that's called AEO instead of SEO for those who are in the know about search engine optimization versus AI engine optimization. So you can pick a template. And so you can just go in and preview a template and find one that kind of looks the way that you want, whether it's a light template or a colorful template. Everything here in the website editor is easily edited. Colors, fonts, it doesn't matter. It's a super easy editor to use. And if you go back and look at some of the previous trainings, I actually do spend quite a bit of time explaining how to build a website with this particular tool. Will this platform help e-commerce platforms? Great question. So there's two ways that this can help. First of all, we can create all of the content you need for building out your website page. And then there's specific tools in here. Let's open up a third instance. By the way, this is a little trick, pro tip. If you're using Chrome, just duplicate the tab, and that allows you to then jump to another tool within the platform. So you don't have to keep coming in and out of whatever you're working on. Aside from creating a marketing proposal, which evaluates if you have an existing site, this will evaluate your existing site and tell you what's good and bad performance-wise on your site. You can create sales and marketing hooks. It'll give you bonus ideas for giveaways. You can build benefit stacks, FAQs. So all of these things are important for any website, especially if it's an e-commerce website. If you create really good FAQs, your visitor gets all of the answers they need before they even go anywhere. There's a CRM system built in. There's marketing email, so you can create an automated marketing drip, optimized intros. So all of these things are part of the sales and marketing. In the content creation, there is a tool, and I'll scroll down a little bit here, create e-commerce product pages. And this one is great for those of us who are in the e-commerce business. So you can either put in a paragraph of text, you can upload an image. What's really fun about uploading an image is it'll scan that image and create a description from just a picture of it. So if you got 100 things that you need to load up on Shopify or wherever tool you're using for your e-commerce page, you can essentially go in there and just take a picture of whatever for your marketing and for your products that you're selling. And you click on that and it'll basically read the image, give you a description from the image. It's really cool. AI is really fun. You notice I get excited when the AI does something really cool. And you can tell it, I want a description. You can type in your target audience so that it's reflected in everything else that comes after it. You can tell it whether you want to use any of these key marketing terms, right? Effortlessly, easy, first, free, and those are all key parts of marketing. And from there, you tell it to create the page. So it'll also give you all of the descriptions you need. It'll give you your SEO and SEO tags. It'll give you the FAQs associated with that image, all from just loading up one picture. So it's really very, very cool. So this will help you create those 100 pages you need for your e-commerce. Again, whether it's a product or a service, doesn't matter. This will help you speed through the process. The system itself, you can build a e-commerce page from everything in here, including generating images and descriptions and everything else. But you can also just copy paste this and put it into Shopify or wherever you're using it. The website builder itself has, and again, I'm not going to go through every tool that is in here, but for example, if I just click here, for example, and say I wanted to add something below this, I can go in and just drag and drop. Let's do this one here. Click here. All right, so I can add a column. I can let me not get too far out of the training that I was going to do, but let's do one component that I want to show you, right? So we're going to add a component, and specifically, you can add a form for processing payments and things like that, collecting information, name, address, email, and so on. Or you can drop in a simple two-step order and connect it to your payment gateway. So if you're going to sell something directly from this page, for example, like say right here, instead of the little button, instead I wanted to just sell something, I can just collect the information. I can drop in the payment gateway access and collect a credit card. I'm going to jump right out of this. I'm not going to save this. But over here on the left, you can add your products, right? So you can click new product and you can add the whole product thing in there and then add that to your website. So from an e-commerce point of view, yes, you can do multiple things toward building an e-commerce page. If you want to use an external one, again, you can just go out there and connect to it directly from your website, right to your shopping page that you've already built. So hopefully that answered all of that question. It was related to website building, so that's why I wanted to answer that question in a little bit more detail. All righty, let's go back into the page that we were building out. And so far, we have essentially just laid it out. So we are building this from scratch. And as I mentioned, you can also use a template. So for example, if we wanted to use this template, we could just go from here and edit these elements, make our own colors, make our own logo, all of these types of things. So all you would do is click the create button and you're launched with a template that's ready to go. So there's two ways to do it. And in this case, like I said, we're building this from scratch. So I have this little example one that we're kind of using as we go through and build out the Graceful Threads website, which is Annette's website, this one here. So if I was to preview it, this is kind of what we've built so far. And by the way, this video does not come with the website. This is built with the AI Movie Maker. And so you can create movies, and this is built from a very simple prompt, and you can get some pretty amazing results. So we're going to create what's called a video sales letter for Annette's website in one of our next sessions. So far, we've kind of said we're going to lay this out as the header section. So we have a headline that the AI gave us. We like it. By the way, this logo was also created in the platform. That is very spiritual. And so she wanted something with grace that can bring something of that emotion to her website. And so we created this logo right here in the platform in one of the earlier lessons in Logo Maker. We then used the headline tool, Magic Hooks, to create these different headlines that we're using here. Celebrate every occasion with a meaningful apparel. So these are all AI generated, which we tweaked and chose from. What's great is it's, again, building out that process. This image was also created in the platform. It just fit right in with the threads and everything else, but it was actually created with a very simple prompt for a different customer who was experimenting and trying to come up with some things. But it fit so well with Annette's that we're going to use it right here. By the way, that customer is fine with us using it because it was just a test. Then we have Graceful Threads, where we started having it generate these images. And so all of these images are, again, AI generated. And so what we did is some of them didn't have quite the text we wanted. So we went in and we added the text to the back of this shirt here. And so now we've got some pictures, images that evoke an emotion that will help Annette's business grow. All right, so I'll pause again for any questions. We're almost at the top of the hour. This has been a little bit hyper scaled training session, but I did want to touch on a lot of different topics for all the new people that are just jumping on. All right, I think we're doing well. So if we go back to the template that we're basing this on, I'm building it from scratch so that um, everyone that's following along in the training will understand how to go in and edit a template if you don't want to build it from scratch, because now you understand all of the components that go into building a website. So just as a reminder for everyone who might not have seen it, the website uses a kind of container metaphor for how it lays out a web page. And for that purpose, it's super easy to kind of understand. If it's purple, this is the larger container called a segment or a section into it. And what that allows you to do is move it around, copy it to another page. You can do a lot of things with this idea of a kind of a container. So now if I go the next level down, it's called, this is the row, it's in blue. So if I click on it, it tells me that this is a 1 column row, for example. Or if I click the next one down, this one, it'll tell me this is a 4 column row. So when I go to add a row, for example, I can click on the plus sign or I can click on above here on the top. You can go in and say what it is that you want to add, for example. Let's see if I can get this thing to stop. All right, let's do it the other way. I'll just do add a component. This way I don't have to fight with the mouse. Okay, by the way, if you are adding a component, the first thing it does, it just gives you the generic most used, right? I use headers and text. I use images, videos most often, and it'll put it up there in the most used. And then you can go down to each individual section. In this case, there's text sections, there's media sections, form sections, checkout sections, and all you do is just drag it from the left to the right, wherever it is that you want to put it, right? So for example, if I come back over here, I can say I want to add a row, and it'll ask me, do you want a 1 column row, 2, 3, 4, however many columns you want, a left justified, right justified row, and then you can just drag and drop it wherever you want to put it. So now I have 2 columns. One is smaller than the other. And then I can decide, okay, on the left side, I want to put text or I want to put bullets. So I can just click in here to add a component. And let's say I want to put some bullets on the left. And so now it'll drop those in, right? So I have the bullets. Obviously, I can't read them because all of the colors for those particular bullets are dark. So I would want to click on it and just change them to white so I can see them easier, right? And I can do the same thing on the right side, except let's do an image. So I can say I want to drop in an image. And the way to pick which image is you just click right here and you can pick the image that is already in your library. You can use stock images. I want one of Joel's AI workstations. And so it'll give me some images from the stock type of thing. Or of course, I can drag and drop and upload images that I want to utilize. And so if you click on an image at the bottom, it says double click and to get it to drop in. So I'll just double click on it and there it is. So on the left, I have the text where I can kind of lay out the description of this image, for example, for this website page. And so you can develop all kinds of really great technology for your website just from following those simple steps. Big container, down to a row, down to the component in that row. That's it. Super simple way to build almost any look and feel for your website. Of course, there's more to it in the sense of design and layout, but if you just follow along a template and just edit that template, you can get to a really, really great end result. So for example, this entire page was built in the platform using the tools of the platform, including this is an AI video created in the platform, super easy to edit. Watch one of the videos earlier on AI video editing. And so you're done. You
left behind. The question is, where will you be?
You have a video sales letter which sells your website, right? Or your products or your services. You can create all of that in this one platform. You can lay out all of these different formats and looks and feels and colors and get everything done. Hey, Joel, are you back?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So before we get out of here, do you want to say anything to anyone that's on the call?
No, other than I like what you're doing with Annette Keys. And so one of the big proponents, as you well know, Danny, from our training in December that we did the AI Incubator training up here in Maryland that you spoke at, that we have available for recording on our website for you guys if you want to grab it. But we talked about learning, leveraging, launching and earning. And so leveraging means each one of us has a unique industry that we're dealing with or a unique passion that we're trying to use the AI technology for. AI is not the end all be all. You have to bring something to it. As Danny was saying, you got to have the content. So AI is not going to magically create you something that you can start selling and marketing. I mean, you have to have an idea of what it is in order to put the correct prompts into the products in order to get the output that you want. And that's what it's all about. It's not just about coming here and learning. It's about leveraging off others' expertise. And that is what I wanted to promote, say about what you're doing here today, Danny.
Perfect. Thank you. Great segue. So, in the platform, if you want to become one of our experts, we do create custom AI chatbots for whatever your specialty is. And so, therefore, you can leverage the entire platform in different ways. You can either build your own custom chatbot that you put within the platform. You can also take that chatbot and put it on your website. So, once we train it up, it can be you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, answering questions for your customers as they visit your website. So you definitely want to create your own chatbot. We have a concept called AI Super Self, which is where we take your experience, your knowledge, your personality, we combine it with the 1000X training that we do, and then you add the AI large language models. And we have several large language models in this platform. We combine them all together and we create those AI personalities and chatbots. And so now when your customers have a question, they'll get your answers effectively. And so it's fun to test it. Once you've built it out, it answers your questions just like you would. So that's one thing that we can do. And those personalities can be either inclusive in the platform, or for example, like this one here, you can charge whatever amount that you feel is a good amount for your particular expertise, and it can go to $100 a month if you want, whatever you want to charge. The other way you can make money in the platform is you can share your affiliate link. It'll have your name in it. So as soon as you do that, no coding required. Everybody can access the platform and you get 50% of everybody's signups. We can also white label the entire platform so you can completely rebrand it with your look and feel so that the icons are yours. So, for example, in the AI workstation, these are changed to reflect the color schemes that work, and they're also rebranded in the way that the apps work. So, depending on your platform, we do share the ability to create your own white label. So, there's just any of these things, just reach out to us. And for you, as Joel mentioned earlier, we can just say, hey, we'll work with you. And that's where the AI Lunch and Learns are, where we're training as we go along. So for example, we're building out Annette's website and everybody's learning how to build a website. So that's done with you services. And that's inclusive in your monthly. There's no extra charge for that. And then there is the even next level where if you want us to do it for you, we also offer those services where we can build out your whole white label. We can build out your landing page. So you have a landing page similar to this with your branding and everything that you want to sell on your page. So please just reach out to us. The calendar link is in there for myself and for Joel. That was what I was asking you as well, Joel. Please put your calendar link in there if anybody wants to reach out to you regarding AI workstation building, because every platform is slightly different. Mine is focused on small and medium business, digital marketing, and sales. Joel is going to be releasing things like HR, which is not in my platform, but they're all built on the same foundation. And there's literally millions of use cases across the platform. So your business, whatever it is that you would like to have as part of the platform, we can add for you, create custom AI tools just for your business and platform. So just reach out to us. We're here for you. Tomorrow, we're going to continue building out Annette's website. And Tuesdays are usually a little more hectic. Tomorrow we'll be very focused on getting that website built out. So if you want to jump in, it'll be 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern for those of you who are here. So I try to keep it consistent. 12 noon Tuesday for Eastern, 12 noon Central on Wednesday, and then 12 noon Pacific for all of our California visitors to the website. All right, Joel, I'm going to sign off now because we're 8 minutes over. But sometimes I've gone 90 minutes on these things when we really get into a topic and we don't want to break. But
Danny, can I say one last thing before you go?
Go right ahead.
As part of the leveraging off of ESA, as Danny mentioned, each person brings something different. So my platform is going to be bringing things, because my core business was background screening, drug testing, fingerprinting in the HR space. So we can do all those things. As you see, if you Google my website, chemicgroup.com, you'll see the other services that we offer. And we're going to be including those on this platform. And no one else has anything like that. And one of the other bonuses that we're going to offer you today is that we have free AI courses on our learning management system, which has over 200 courses on just about everything you can think of, especially in regards to AI training, digital transformation. So I invite you to go out to the site at it's Kimmy Group at Trainer Central. And so those courses are going to be put on the platform also. Some are free and some are paid. But you today, because you're part of this group, this ecosystem, you have access to those courses that you can use and learn. So this is how we leverage off each other. We're building something great here. I think it's not just about selling you GPT applications. It's about creating a safe space to build your brand, to build your business based on your customizations. And so we have all the tools that are out there, and we put them and package them in one place. And so we appreciate you being with us on this journey, because as you see, we are building this plane as we fly it. But all the connections are there. We just got to make all the data points are there. We're making the connections. And so with your help, this will be a fantastic platform that will be unrivaled. Thank you.
Oh, please go in and watch the first video. And again, the trial for BuildBiz is free for 7 days. So please go in, watch the video, download the free ebooks, kind of jump right in. You don't have to spend any money to experience the platform if you're coming through that methodology. It doesn't matter which platform you go to, I suggest you watch, because it does kind of walk you through the entire onboarding overview. So please go ahead and watch that video. That'll help you a lot understand some of the potential apps that are here. Thank you for jumping on, everyone. So actually, yeah, the recording is also going to be available. You'll get the link automatically. If you came in through the Zoom, of course, it will automatically send you out a link to get into the platform, and you can watch the recording anytime. So all the recordings that I do are always right here on the AI Lunch and Learn. So you can just immediately get those. It usually takes me a few days to catch up, but it'll be there. So, but you can go watch any of the older ones as well. All right, everyone. Thank you very much, and please reach out to me or Joel if you have, individual questions. Hope you had a good Tuesday session.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.